In an effort to achieve the goal of zero rate of HIV infection as stipulated by the Global UN AIDS strategy, the government of Zambia has been working tirelessly across vital sectors to achieve this target. Not spared in all this is the education sector. HIV and AIDS have exacerbated the challenges the Ministry of Education faces in providing educational services. In order to address the challenge of HIV and AIDS, the Ministry of Education has in place interventions such as the provisions of school-based counseling services for learners, access to medical services, and awareness campaigns to prevent stigmatization. To help strengthen these interventions, the ministry recognizes the power and effectiveness of concerted efforts, and as such, it works in synergy with key stakeholders such as civil society organizations and line ministries. One of these interventions is the Teacher AIDS Action Program created by Restless Development and Ministry of Education to provide an HIV/AIDS education-based curriculum for student teachers in colleges of education. The TAAP equips student teachers with knowledge on HIV/AIDS, financial literacy, life skills, and civic participation.
So the Teacher AIDS Action Program, which is the TAAP, is actually an intervention, like I said, which was born out of the School Health Education Program, which was popularly known as SHEP. So SHEP was found to be a best practice model, and we realized the gap that was in the schools with regards to the volunteers that we were sending having sufficient knowledge on issues to do with HIV and AIDS, and also requiring to work with the teachers who were willing to work and support the work that we were doing in the schools. But there was a gap with regards to confidence levels, being able to talk about sexual and reproductive health issues with the young people in a conversant way, as well as not being hindered by the traditional barriers.
When you look at the pre-service, they are the teachers that will be in the system tomorrow. And when you target them, you're targeting all the government schools countrywide. So I think there is spatial population in that when you build their capacity, you're cutting on massive budgets in terms of interventions. When you build the capacity of a pre-service teacher in terms of guidance and counseling or comprehensive sexuality education or non-formal education on how to interact with pupils, you're almost saying that once 5,000 of these people are deployed and deployed to 5,000 schools, you've automatically reached those pupils.
Peer educators are sent to teacher training colleges during study semesters and are inserted into the overall curriculum of the college.
I love being a volunteer peer educator because I love to look at things from a reason behind the reason. So the reason I'm a peer educator is to build capacity in student teachers. But the reason behind that reason is so that I can be able to see a teacher who is going to be able to mainstream the delivery of sexual reproductive health to young people out there. And ultimately, that is going to build a greater capacity in the kind of youths and young people that we are raising who are well informed about sexual issues and livelihood issues. So basically, I see beyond just the fact that we're building capacity in student teachers. So I see beyond that and get down to the last person that is going to receive the information about these issues that are affecting us young people in our daily lives.
Currently, the program is running in 13 government-owned colleges of education. So far, since 2006, a total of 13,500 students have undergone the program, with graduates equipped with knowledge that they have gone on to impart in their teaching profession. The peer educators are supported by lecturers who are specifically assigned to ensure that the TAAP trainers have time allotted within the college semester to accommodate the TAAP curriculum.
My role is to receive a Restless Development peer educator when he comes in college. When he comes in college, I sit with him, induct him on what he's supposed to do in college, and assist him in everything which he wants from me, which has come for here. Work hand in hand.
Some of the knowledge and some of the values cannot be delivered by lecturers alone. We've seen that from our research that actually when they have peer educators around them, they tend to open up more than they would open up to me. When they come to my office, the setting is so formal. It's one of a significant adult with a young person, and then they will not open up. But where they can freely, on their own, led by a peer educator who has skills, who has knowledge, they are able to share this. And to us, this is good. We have seen some changes in the way they look at issues of sexual and reproductive health. We've seen that has been some changes, and we believe that this is all coming from this interaction that we have had with these peer educators from Restless Development.
In addition to HIV/AIDS training, the teachers are also given skills in civic participation, financial literacy, and life skills in order to better equip the student teachers to assimilate the program in their own personal lives, as well as implementing it when they start to teach.
These skills indeed are still relevant, even not only as a teacher, but at an individual level. For example, the financial literacy lessons that we went through, indeed they have helped me with regards to budgeting, how to manage my personal life, how to manage even the life of others. So those skills really have been helpful and instrumental to making me plan even for myself.
We have acquired the knowledge that will help us also transmit to other needed people who may need, and also the children specific.
They've come out in open. We've encouraged them to go for counseling, to go for VCT. A lot of them have gone.
A program that looks at you as very important in society. Especially as youths, we are living in an age where it's quite hard. Youths are trying to prove things. They know we should be the leaders, but this is a program that empowers one as a youth with knowledge. Teacher education AIDS program has been very good. I wouldn't complain. Actually, I knew it earlier than even joining the club, so I could see the activities the members of the club were doing, and that's what inspired me even more. It has been very encouraging. I would say it has even cemented my dream of working with youths if I'm to go out there, because I've been given ample time to interact with young people, especially when we go out as a club to teach at our demo school at Cabo High School. As we interact with the young people there, it has given me that impetus to even build on what I feel should be the best for a young person in Zambia.
To help support the implementation of the program also supports the provision of guidance and counseling services in the colleges of education. And as such, Restless Development has been working with the Teacher Education and Specialized Services Department of the Ministry of Higher Education to equip teachers with skills on how to provide these services.
To me personally, it actually means that I'm equipped with the skill of delivering the same information and knowledge to my fellow students, so that actually they can also be able to transfer the same knowledge to their colleagues as time goes by. Meaning that if I acquire a skill, say in HIV and AIDS, right? This information or these strategies, can I call them strategies? These strategies, I'll be able to pass on, to educate, to inform my fellow students, especially the first year students who've never been involved in this program. So I'll be able to share this information to them, hence the term peer education or peer educator.
The program has now been running for 11 years, and impact is evident from the change in attitude, level of education, skills, and knowledge shared.
I've seen many young people who have been impacted by the Restless Development programs. Let's say behavioral change towards sexuality. When somebody is well informed, they'll make well informed decisions. So I've seen many young people be beneficiaries of the programs that are set up.
Learning about HIV and AIDS is going to help other people, especially those that don't know, especially the youths, the children that don't know about how they can get HIV and AIDS. So as teachers who are going to learn about HIV and AIDS here, get the skills, we are going to help many pupils in many schools.
In order to continue to maintain and improve the overall implementation of comprehensive sexuality education in schools through the program, Restless Development has been supporting the Ministry of Education's contribution towards the realization of Zambia's long-term development vision of becoming a prosperous middle-income country by the year 2030.
In 2012 into 2013, Restless Development conducted a teacher tracking survey where we are following up on teachers that have been exposed to the interventions and just looking at how much they are able to deliver in the schools which they are in now. And from the teachers we sampled in Southern Province, Central and Eastern Province, I think we had very good feedback on how those teachers were able to kind of implement activities around HIV, AIDS and life skills, as opposed to teachers that have not been exposed to the intervention. So I would say that from that evaluation, I would be 100% sure that definitely the teachers that are exposed to this intervention are better equipped to interact with pupils once they are teachers.
One thing that the Ministry of Education has done to support the implementation of the 6th National Development Plan, or rather is it Vision 2030. Yeah, they've put in place a curriculum that supports the provision of comprehensive sexuality education.
The TAAP model proves that it is an intervention that can address the gap in HIV/AIDS education across the nation with positive and measurable results. It is an intervention that can ensure that educators are armed with the right knowledge and skills to impart to the next generation and to contribute to the Ministry of Education's ongoing work aimed at improving the implementation of school-based comprehensive sexuality education activities and programming.
So you see us doing a lot of awareness on HIV, awareness on STIs, helping schools or helping colleges implement the HIV policy.
Issues of policy, I think in the Ministry of Education, we have a policy on HIV and AIDS. I think it gave me a head start because I was exposed to these policies right from college days, right from the time I was just a student teacher. I got exposed to these policies, 5-minute assembly messages. So now that I'm teaching, it's not so much of a difficult thing for me to do, to first engage in a 5-minute message on HIV and AIDS before I delve into my lesson, because it was cultivated within me when I was still at college level. And I think that is the advantage that I have as opposed to people who just meet the policy when they're serving as teachers. I think that is one notable advantage or benefit that we gained from the TAAP program.